Hey everybody, Mo here, and today I'm bringing you guys an in-depth deck guide for dummies on Bard Illaoi, the best deck in the game at the moment. So Bard Illaoi, best deck in the game, kind of popped up overnight, or really like kind of blown up in popularity. People were playing it last patch, but with the addition of Riptide Sermon and with the addition of Kaisa losing to like Riptide Sermon specifically and Gwen losing to Riptide Sermon specifically, this deck got extremely popular this patch and kind of really blew up in popularity. So the idea behind this deck, the combo, is that Bard levels extremely quickly off of Illaoi attacking and then off of Spawn. Spawn essentially just gives +2 every time you spawn. You give +2 to Bard's level up. So if you spawn 10 times, then there you go. You leveled up Bard. Congratulations. Bard comes down leveled all the time. I'm not going to go super in depth in this video on what each card does, how the deck plays out, the mulligan, all that type of stuff, because I actually wrote out an extremely in-depth deck guide that covers the game plan of the deck, the key cards of the deck, what all of the supporting cards do, cards that I don't play that other people do that are perfectly fine, mulligan guide, and a matchup guide for the deck. All of that written down, and if you want to access that, it's completely free, and all you have to do is join my Discord down below. Click the link in the description, join my Discord, go to the deck guide channel on the left there, the hashtag deck guide channel, and that will have a link to the full document, to the full deck guide. It includes pictures, it includes all that type of stuff, very high quality stuff. Usually streamers and content creators for card games put these behind paywalls for like, subs and stuff like that, but I went ahead and I put it out there. At least this one for you guys is going to be completely free to use. Just join the Discord, click the link in the deck guide channel, and you have full access to it. So because of that, I'm not going to get much into it, and I'm going to explain why in this video, and so you guys kind of understand, is for two reasons. One, because I want more people to get into my Discord. Like, I want to let you guys know my Discord is a place where we can go, talk about LOR, talk about deck guides. If you have questions, feel free to ask. I'll answer them. If I don't answer them, someone else that's also just as knowledgeable could answer them. It's a fun place where, people can play games off stream. I'm looking for people who play like Multiverses, League of Legends, ARAM, TFT lobbies, all that type of stuff. I'm always looking for people to play in my Discord. We play games in there all the time. And it's just a place for people to talk about LOR and just other like League IP and other games and stuff like that. So very fun place to hang out. Wanted to kind of remind you guys that it's there and really kind of just boost the popularity of the Discord and start, building the community even more and welcoming all of you guys into the community and let you know that that community is there and everyone's welcome to it. And two, because I've run into a problem with my deck guides where people either want one of two things and you can't really have both. They either want me to go extremely in-depth into each card, why it's there, the mulligan, the matchup guide, all of this stuff that I basically wrote down in the deck guide. They want me to cover all of that in the video, but then they also want me to play like 5, 6, 7 games with the deck. So my options are either to do both, but then the video ends up being like an hour and a half, 2 hours long. The stats aren't very good for it, so YouTube doesn't push it out as well, and enough people don't really see it. Not that I care about, oh, I need every video to hit 1 million views, but just a lot of people looking for the video aren't going to find it because YouTube's going to suppress it because they're going to think, oh, the viewer retention rate is like 10% because even though you watched for, like 20 minutes, which is a normal YouTube video length, that's only like, a quarter of the actual video length because the video is fucking 2 hours long. Or I go fully in-depth into all the stuff of why each card is played, how the deck wins, mulligan, matchup guide, all that type of stuff, and then I only play like 2 or 3 games with the deck. It comes out a reasonable length for a video, but people say, oh, you only showed 2 games. We want more gameplay. We want more gameplay. So I figured this is the best way to kind of mediumize it and say, hey, you can still get the extremely in-depth guide for everything you want to know about how the deck plays, matchup, mulligan guide, all of that jazz, and how to build it, all that stuff, and you get your 5, 6, 7 games into it in the video all at once. So hopefully this formatting works out. Let me know if you guys enjoy it. Let me know if this works for you guys. If you would prefer me just play 2 videos. I'll be straight up honest. I'm not going to make a fully in-depth video version of the written deck guide and proceed to play 5 games in the same video. I don't really want to break it up into 2 videos because that doesn't make too much sense. And so basically, would you guys prefer this format that I'm doing right now, that I'm trying out with this, or would you prefer the older format where I do go super in-depth in the video and then only play like, 2 to 3 games? Let me know in the comments below. I'm loving the feedback. Eric and I are working extremely hard to give you guys the content you want. The competitive content you guys are always asking for. Say, oh, we're here for the competitive content. We love your competitive content. No one does competitive content like you. Like, you can show me that by leaving a like, subscribing, comment, all that type of jazz. So really, help me out here. Show the support with that you really do like these competitive content. Leave me comments down below on what I could do better. Leave me comments down below letting me know that you are actively enjoying this content. All the engagement, all the YouTube algorithm, every little bit like that helps me out so much. So that's going to be it for the intro. Let me know down in the comments how you think of it, and let's play some games. All right, what do we got here? We got Gwen Viego. So Gwen Viego kind of reminds me of just like old Noxus Viego with the Overwhelm. So this is probably fine. Riptide Sermon's really good at killing Gwen. So we can probably keep Riptide Sermon. We're just going to full mulligan to find some other really good cards. Didn't really hit anything amazing here. This hand isn't too crazy. Any cheap unit is good, like that. That's pretty good. Even like a Cease Voice or something would have been nice. So we can just pass here. We don't have to trade into this, because what happens is we attack, they block, they then play a fearsome unit, and instead of attacking us for 3, they attack us for 4. So yeah, see? So we're going to do all that, call it a day, click OK. Now they attack us, we block here, and we only take 3 instead of taking 4 damage. So, seems good. You have your 2 spell mana banked, which is really important, because 2 spell mana banked allows you to... 2 spell mana bank allows you to kill kill Gwen on curve on turn 4. So we'll swing here, summon our tentacle. We'll make this trade because this trade's going to happen anyways. So you might as well start the spawn, right? You might as well get your tentacle. This way your Riptide Sermon gives you 6 stats for Bard. So it'll make us almost halfway there, which is pretty crazy. So here comes the Gwen. Yep. Oh, not even Gwen. Okay, well that's really good for us then. We can just play Bard. And we kind of just get to fuck them up. Yeah, don't care too much about that. We'll take our little bits of damage. Who cares, man? Don't care, didn't ask. Plus L plus ratio. We're going to go ahead and swing here. We can also play Fortune Croaker, bait them into playing a Viego. Viego's going to be 5. Can we actually kill the Viego is the thing? I don't think we can actually kill Viego. So I think we're just going to go ahead and open attack here. Shuffle some chimes in. Yeah, get them to block before the Viego comes down. Hold open the 6 mana for the Riptide Sermon. If they want to pass this turn along, I'm down to pass the turn along. I've already made my game better, or made my spot better. So we'll Fortune Croaker here, because they tapped under Gwen mana. Caramel Dragon is fine. We'll go ahead and Fortune Croaker here. We'll just keep setting up. Yep, and we're gonna Watchful Idol, make our unit a little bit bigger here. So we have blockers. This is probably a glimpse. Fine. I mean, I don't know why there's nothing we could have done to it. So we just let it go. We're gonna have a fearsome blocker. If they open attack us, we can just eye. We can eye, tentacle onto it, and be fine. Now if they don't open attack us, we get Hired Gun, which is good. If they play Gwen, we have Riptide Sermon, which is good. Immediately just slam that thing down, kill the Gwen. Now we have a fearsome blocker. Our Bard's going to be really close to being leveled. We're big chilling here. So Riptide Sermon, amazing answer to Gwen. Amazing answer to Gwen. Kills it on sight. Levels up your Bard a shit ton. Our Bards, so we need basically +3/+3 left on Bard. So if we just, what is this? Ravenous Flock? Strike up the band. Okay. That's fine. I don't think that matters. What can we do here? We could Hired Gun this thing. Then he puts it first. I'm down to Hired Gun just to have an extra blocker that's not Bard. Hired Gun's really good against Viego, but probably shouldn't matter too much. So yeah, we just do double blocks here. So we can level up a Bard here pretty easily. I mean, Bard levels up. That puts it to 16. We can do Eye of Nagakaboros to level him up. That's fine. We could also just like straight up attack here. Like, I think this is fine. We do one of these. I assume they play Harrowing. so that could be an issue. But we have Riptide Sermon, so there's a Hydrovine. Oof, unfortunately we don't really have anything for that. So we're just gonna go ahead and level up our Bard. Hit some chimes here. Okay. Seems pretty fine to me. We'll go ahead and spa and just continue to grow our units. Continue to grow our tentacle, make it really big. Nice. That's a good way to deal with Hydrovine next turn. Tar Pit. I mean, that's fine. We're just going to do this, I think. This only gets punished by, like, exactly Gwen. So maybe we don't need to do that. Maybe we can just pass. Yeah, they do this. We can block with our hired gun. Yeah, we block with our hired gun. We have 9 mana, so we can play Sea's Voice and Riptide Sermon. They can't really afford to trade off this Hydrovine. If they trade off this Hydrovine, they just kind of, like, lose the game. So they have to play, like, Gwen, and then we just do this. And then now they just, like, cry. Like, you attack with Hydrovine here because you can't let this tentacle attack you. Oh, okay. Maybe I'm just crazy. Maybe I'm just wrong here. So that's Illaoi is really, really good. Unfortunately, Illaoi did not get the buff here, but we're going to go ahead and play her. This will open us up to a stun spider, but... yeah. Let's go ahead and be warned of this. I don't think this deck would be playing Ruination, but... I mean, who fucking knows? Now we have 2 ginormous Overwhelm units. I think if they were playing Ruination, they for sure would have played it by now. So we're just going to go ahead and attack like this. Really big. Let's see. If they have a way to remove Bard, it's fine. We have Bard's Traveler's Call, which is a really cheeky way to get a bunch of stats out of nowhere. So they have to have, like, Vengeance, basically. So they have to go, like, block Bard, Vengeance here. They take 12, 15. And as long as, like, one of these chimes goes onto one of these 2 units, we win the game. Nice. Nice. This got +4/+4. So they're super dead here, and we're gaming. And we're gaming. Nice. So now we're -1 on the day, or on this. Before this, I didn't include the games because I kind of just got, like, stupid high rolled by control. And it really wasn't worth watching. Like, I did a lot of things right, and then they just went, like, Vengeance, Ruination, Ruination. And I lost. Like, literally both games went that exact play pattern. And I was just like, well, fuck me, I guess. So, yeah, let's get into game 2. So, let's see here. Maybe we'll get into game 2. Okay, so against another control deck, so it should be good. Control's typically a good matchup for you because you just play so many threats that they can't do anything. So let's go look at the deck guide. I meant to do this because I want to show you guys that you can follow the deck guide work like step by step, and I will follow it with you guys and kind of show you how to that the deck guide is for real. So against control, it says keep the 3 main cards, which is going to be like Bird, Watchful Idol, and then like Sea's Voice. And after that, it says versus control. You want Esmus and then anything that spawns that isn't Riptide Sermon. So here we have Bird, Bellsinger, and we have anything that spawns that isn't Riptide Sermon. So let's go ahead and follow that. So we have pretty good hand here. We're gonna go and play our Bird on 1. That'll buff our Illaoi here. And this is one of the reasons why cards like Answered Prayer and Eye of Nocturnals are so good, because while they do give you units, sometimes they'll let you like cheat and you can specifically request chimes onto cards. Like right here, I had a really good shot of just like making, oh, okay, we can kill that probably. Okay, so we're gonna do this. They could have Avalanche here, and that would make me kind of sad, unless that goes on to the 2/3. Nope, it doesn't. Okay, so we're going to Ye Be Warned. This way, if they Avalanche, we can still Answered Prayer, pull the faces. And still get our trigger, still kill their unit. Okay, so let's go ahead swing. So I think they realized that that wasn't a very good play. So now we'll do it this way. Get our units, get our chimes, get our big-ass Illaoi. So now you can Avalanches if you want to. Ooh, that's pretty annoying. what we can do, we can actually have a really cool play where we rally this turn. That probably isn't worth it. Maybe it is. So we can actually... I think our play's probably just play Illaoi and swing. I really want to kill off this stupid... Yeah, I really want to kill off the stupid faces of the old one. So maybe this will incentivize him to just swing. Okay, well, we're just going to do this. Obviously they don't have Trundle or they would have played it. This is going to make him avalanche us. Sure, we're going to say okay. Doesn't particularly matter. We're going to say okay. And then we're just going to play our Illaoi. So I assume they probably have like Withering Wail or something. But this will make them choose between Withering Wail or Vengeance. They can do one or the other. Yep, so we're going to swing. We're just going to do pull, pull. So this way, Withering Wail is really good for them. If we trade it up like this, then they either like Vengeance to keep this thing alive, or they Wail to keep the faces alive, but at least we, you know, get our Illaoi. So let's see what they got. They have Wail, so we're just going to say okay. Another thing we could have done, we probably could have answered Prayer first. And then we could have killed the voices for sure with Answered Prayer, and then made our Illaoi level up faster as well. But this is pretty good. Tentacle Slam's good. I don't think we care. Answered Prayer here is not bad. I really don't want them to have... Yeah, Answered Prayer here isn't bad. We can just do it for spawn 2. And this still leaves all of our other options open. Like, we can still Tentacle Smash them if we need to kill something like a Trundle. We can rally if they give us the option to rally. If they do nothing, we can, you know, do nothing. Vile Feast here. Sure. I don't think that really matters. Again, we can just click OK. Doesn't really matter. And then we can just Eye of Nagakoboros here on the open attack. So let's go and Eye of Nagakoboros. See if we get any reason to not open attack. Bard's pretty good reason to not open attack. Yeah, I think I'm down to just Bard, but then that plays into Ruination more. So let's go ahead and just do this. We're just going to pull with our Tentacle. That way they don't get any more ramp, so they can't Field Rush us next turn. And then our Illaoi gets Mucho Grande. So I suspect either Ruination or the 9-mana spell. But now our Illaoi's leveled, so like any Illaoi we get in the future is going to be leveled, like, you know, this one in our hand. So Tryndamere. We could rally again and just kill him, which is, I think, what we're going to do. They'd have to have Frostbite, and I don't think they have that, or they probably would have just played it. Yeah, so rally's pretty good. So yeah, that was, you know, class act to show you, like, how to beat them. You don't overdevelop into things like Ruination. They invested a lot into their mana ramp spell, which I don't really agree with. I don't think it was that important. I don't know if they just straight up didn't have Vengeance or if they just didn't care. But I think opponent probably played that incorrectly, and then there you go. This shows you how to beat, you know, players that probably don't play most optimally, or at least bad hands, you know. So pretty solid. Let's get into another game. Actually, I have to go get a drink, but I'll be right back, and then we'll get into another game. All right. So we're against Annie Ezreal. So Noxus Control. So let's go over to the deck guide again. We're just going to keep going off the deck guide here. So Annie Ezreal is not going to be on the deck guide, but in the deck guide, I say, you know, if you play against a random deck that's not on here, try and find the deck most similar and then play accordingly. So I'd assume this is probably going to be similar to Annie TF because it's Noxus Control, probably it's Conservatory Control, right? So Annie TF, mulligan for U1 Bird, Watchful Idol, Esmus, Seed's Voice, Eye of Nagakoboros. So we have Eye of Nagakoboros, and we don't have anything else. We're going to keep Eye. And look at that, we have our Watchful Idol, we have an Answered Prayer to make even bigger units. So we're going to start stacking up here. And then it says for game plan, it says keep their board clear early, trade into their small bad units. Mid to late game, your units are going to be way too big for them to remove unless they draw 3 Disintegrates. Open attacking is broken against them because it takes away their main stall tool of Arachnoid Sentry. So we're going to follow that. We're going to try to keep their board clear early of like little shitter units. And then mid to late game, by the time they get things like tie bulk, our units are just going to straight up be too big for them to remove, and we're just going to kill them. We're going to open attack a lot, because open attacking is really good. into these decks because they don't get to tie bulk us. So even right here, you might be tempted to play Siege Voice. Fuck that. Just open attack with a 3/3, take your 3 damage. You know, then they have to do something like this, and we just get to play another Watchful Idol. So here you could debate playing Siege Voice. Because they're a PNZ deck, they're going to be playing Thermogenic Beam, I assume. So because of that, it's probably better just to go ahead and play Watchful Idol, and then we can Illaoi them next turn. So triple Watchful Idol, pretty fucking good. We're going to click OK here. We're going to block this if they attack. Maybe. We'll see. Probably don't block it. Because we don't want to put damage on our unit for free, because then that opens it up to flock and stuff like that. This is probably a really good turn for Siege Voice. If they threaten an open attack, what I'm down to do is maybe block. This is a pretty good pass from our opponent. So let's go ahead and just play Siege Voice here. See what they got for us. Arachnoid Sentry Flock. So this is why you open attack, because you want to play around Arachnoid Sentry. We're going to click OK. And hopefully this gets rid of some of their mana to remove Illaoi. This hand doesn't actually have too many threats, but the good news is we have Eye of Nagakaboro, so we're going to be applying a lot of pressure here. So we're going to block this unit. Disintegrate. Totally fine. We're literally refilling off of Watchful Idols, so we don't particularly care. Our units are still going to be extremely large. So we're going to go and Answered Prayer for 2 mana. Oh, hello. Oh, unexpected error occurred. Okay. I think I bugged the game. I think, yeah, I think I crashed the game there by picking too fast. So that is a known bug. If you pick your cards too fast off of options, sometimes the game will crash. So we're back here. I'm going to play slower, click it, commit. There we go. So don't crash your game, kids. Especially if you're, you know, like in a gauntlet running out of time or something. So we're going to click OK. Boom. We have a magical 4/4. So Riptide Sermon pretty good. Our Illaoi is pretty big. Let's go ahead and just play the Illaoi. Force them to have another like Disintegrate plus the unit or second stun flock. If they don't, we get really big attack with Illaoi here. We don't quite level the Illaoi, but we get a lot of damage through because they're gonna have 1 HP unit to block. So we're gonna get, you know, at least 6 damage through, clear their board of shitter units. Like we said earlier, the Bard's like hyper leveled here thanks to the Illaoi. So we're gonna click OK, clear their small board. Our units are gonna be too big. Our Illaoi's almost leveled, but not quite. If she would have leveled, that would have been really great, because these spells would have been really good at refilling. I wish Riptide Sermon was like a tentacle spell, and the 2 damage counted towards Illaoi. That'd be pretty sick. Granted, the card's already like super broken, so I don't think we really need it. What is that? Create 2 5/1s. Oh, okay. That's fine by me. If we could find a slam spell so our Illaoi survives, that'd be pretty nice. But we didn't, so I think we'll just take the Bard here, maybe. I don't really know what to do here. This is pretty rough. Yeah, I think it's just slam Bard. Because they can't really kill Bard easily. If they decide to like kill Illaoi, pull Bard, leave this thing up, then our voices is like super crazy. But they probably just try to, yeah, I assume they just try to kill Tentacles. You should attack with those also. That tells me that they don't have Scorch and they don't have Flock in hand. So you should at least attack to make me think you have Scorched and Flock in your hand. Tie box at 6. We don't actually have a way to deal with that well right now, because we don't have Tentacle Slam. So what we can do is, I like C's Voice. There's a couple things we can do to kind of combat this tie bulk. Is just play C's Voice and then Bard call. We really just need Bard to get to 6. So what we can do is just do Bard's Traveler Call. This will for sure buff our Bard up to... I take back everything I said. Okay, so what can we do now? We can't actually kill Tybulk here, so we're just going to open attack. This feels not very good, but this is kind of the turn they need. Okay, so we have Rally coming up, which feels good, man. Again, they don't have Disintegrate, they don't have Scorch, they don't have Flock. At least they didn't previously, so they would have had to top deck it. Here comes the Tybulk turn. That's fine. We're going to go ahead and just do this. This gives us like an okay block. Sure, so Flock deals 5 now onto Bard, so if they draw it, it will kill Bard. There's our Rally card. We have Riptide Sermon, which is fine, so we can go like block Riptide Sermon is pretty good. We can block with Bard here. If they have like any spell really kills Bard anyways at this point. So not going to be too worried about that. We should win this game, he says confidently. Let's go ahead and just draw a card. Esmus is good. Alright, so yeah. So we're just going to go like boom, boom, boom. Take 2 and 5. Take 7. Go to 11. I am a little worried about getting burned out, but not super worried. Because if it gets to the point where they can burn us out for lethal, we are probably losing the game anyways. Like, that means that we're just not applying enough pressure. So I'm not too worried about being burned out. Okay, so we do have Rally, which is pretty crazy. So we have 8 mana. So we could actually just, like, seize into Rally, kill the Tybulk, which is really funny. But I think the best play is probably just, like, Esmus, Riptide Sermon, play Voices, kill them. I think, anyways. Obviously, I don't know. So we're going to go Riptide Sermon. Remove this. Deal 2 to their face randomly. I don't know why this deals 2 to their face. Why does this card deal 2 to the face? Like, it's not a tentacle spell. If this card said, like, a tentacle spell, or, like, I am a tentacle or something like that, then I would understand why it dealt 2, because maybe you could use it to level up Illaoi progress, stuff like that. But, like, straight up, why? Like, why does this card deal 2 damage to the face? That just makes no sense to me. That's not, like, a Bilgewater thing. Like, Bilgewater doesn't do burn damage, really. I don't think, anyways. No, they do some burn damage, right? With, like, Corsair and Misfortune, Double Up, stuff like that. So I guess they do a little bit of burn damage. Aftershock, yeah, it's pretty good. Or Static Shock, I mean. Static Shock is pretty good. So now we can play Seize into Eye of Nagakaboros. Big attack, big overwhelm. Let's go ahead and just play Seize. We have to hope that they don't have Stun Spider number 2. Opponent's deck isn't showing up on our deck tracker. And did you know I'm not super scouting? I just mean the cards that they've already played. Like, I guess I could just do this, but if they play a card, it's going to reset me, and I'm going to be very sad. Oh, it doesn't even go all the way back. Oh, that's right, because my game crashed. I forgot. That's why it's not working. But yeah, I'm pretty sure they've played 1 Stun Spider because they stun flocked my first Seize. So we can do Eye of Nagakaboros here. Spawn 2, refill our hand even more. So it's going to be 5, 6. So we can overwhelm for 5. Their plan is probably like, probably have like a Mystic Shot, and they're trying to decide if they want to Mystic Shot this to set it up to like flock and die to House Spider, or if they want to try to kill this off. Yeah, so they're trying to Aftershock this for 4. Fortunately, we have Eye of Nagakabora, so it's not going to work. And then we just have to hope they don't have like a second burn spell. But that's really good for us because that means that they're not using Telstones to refill their hand, which is really, really good. So we can swing here. Again, if they have any spell, it kills this off, but fuck it, you know. Again, that's more burn not going to our face. And then our Seize still lives. So let's see, what do you got here? I assume it's just a Mystic Shot, right? Oh, Scorched Earth, okay, sure. So, I mean, that's good for us, not a Scorched Earth going to our Seize, which is really good. We have, oh, that's not good. We don't have Esmus in play. Hopefully they give us an action and we get to play Esmus. We might, okay, now I'm actually afraid of burn because Ezreal is just going to actually burn us out here. Give us an action maybe? No. Oh, we're actually just dead because they RNG'd Sputter Songspringer on Reggie. So yeah, there's no reason for him to not open attack. If he does open attack, that's a pretty big throw. I mean, sorry, if he doesn't open attack, like if he does develop or gives us an action, pretty big throw. But yeah, we're for sure just dead to this Ezreal this turn. Because we're going to take 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 damage. We go to 3. And literally just like the 3 spells that he got for 0 mana kills us. So yeah, I mean, we just do like spawn 2. This is gonna hit us for 5, and then the 2 0 mana spells he got kills us here at burst speed. Yep. So he plays 3 spells, we die. Pretty sad. Mystic Shot. Yep, double Mystic Shot. We'll do it. So yeah, it was basically the Ezreal off the top got us there. We didn't, or got him there. We didn't have mana for Esmus. If he doesn't have Ezreal, we never lose that game. But things lined up pretty well for opponent, right? They drew okay. We didn't really have too much threats there in the mid game. We didn't have like we didn't have enough overwhelm. Our first voices died really easily, and then our Illaoi died really easily. And then that Tybalt turn was humongous and made us block everything. So if it wasn't for that huge Tybalt turn, like if we actually had a way to deal with Tybalt better, we were a big challenge. But it's not very often that you have like literally 0 spawns or 0 tentacles to kill the Tybalt. So as long as you just have like 2 tentacles, then you're killing Tybalt there very easily. So here we're against Kai'Sa deck, so let's go to the tech guide. Let's check it out. Let's see here. Kai'Sa decks, you're going to want Bard, Watchful Idol, Hired Gun, Tentacle Smash, Riptide Servant. You want Riptide Servant if you already have 2 good cards, and then Bard if you have a hand that can hyper level him. So we don't have any of that, but I don't really want to just full mulligan because full mulliganing feels pretty greedy. I think we're going to do it anyways. We're just going to follow the guide here because I don't have a hand that can hyper level Bard, so I'm not going to keep him. And this hand's not bad. We have Watchful Idol. All we need now is like a Tentacle Smash. Okay, we have Watchful Idol and Bird. So Tentacle Smash here, extremely good for us because we'll be able to kill Kai'Sa on sight. If they don't have like a hand that's hyper leveling, sure. If they don't have a hand that's hyper leveling Kai'Sa, then we're pretty good to draw into Riptide Sermon. So we're gonna say okay. We're gonna say okay. We even have a Yibi Warned, which can kill the Kai'Sa. Potentially, because they're gonna, if they do play Kai'Sa, it's gonna be on odds on our turn. So their turn 5 for Kai'Sa's on our turn, which feels pretty good. Let's see here. What you got for me? I'm down to just pass this. We can also attack with our 2-1. But I'm also down to pass, because if you don't pass, or sorry, if I attack with just my 2-1, they go, okay, take 2, play Valor, open attack Valor, kill Watchful Idol. If you just pass here, then you can Tentacle Slam anything. So it's really going to come down to what they do. I'll probably attack anyways, because if they want to trade this 1-2 for the Bird, I'll feel pretty happy about that. Let's see what happens here. They're playing Valor anyways. So now that they played Valor first prio, we just get to Yibi Warned, which is pretty funny. So we're just going to Yibi Warned it. Okay. And then we're actually going to pull it with Bird. I know that might look weird because you're like, oh, Bird's a 2-2. Well, or sorry, Bird's a 2-1 and this thing's a 1-1. Why would you not kill it? It's because we really need our tentacles to start leveling up here. Because, oh, that's pretty good. Oh, dang. I was hoping it would go onto this thing. We need our tentacles to start buffing up. That way our Tentacle Smash actually kills the Kai'Sa. Let's see here. If it would have hit this, I would have felt pretty happy. Dang. Okay, well, I'm going to do this anyways, just so that way we can go ahead and kill off the Valor. Or sorry, go ahead and kill off the thing after the Valor attack. So they had double Valor, which is pretty unfortunate for us. They just attack us for 3. I think they try to keep Valor alive here. Oh, never mind. But, I mean, them not having Valor for their Kai'Sa turn is really, really good for us. Kai'Sa is at 1, 2, 3. It'll be 4 out of 6, so not even really close. So I think it's okay to go ahead and just Illaoi pull this Bakai Reaper. Let's see what happens. Let's see if they have Barrier. Barrier Girl would be slightly annoying. Let's see what they got here. Not Barrier Girl, so cool. So we can just do this. We'll just attack this way, kill off Bakai Reaper. Push a tiny bit of damage, start our tentacles back up. Kai'Sa is still only going to be 5 out of 6. Or sorry, 4 out of 6. So that's really good. That'll give us a chance to actually kill her with, like, Tentacle Smash. Again, if they have, like, Rally, we're going to be... Or if they have Deny, we're going to be sad. If they open attack us with this 2-2, we're just going to take it. Because that means they're trying to set up for a Radiant Guardian. And I don't particularly care. So I am just going to play Watchful Idol, see what they do. So I saw Tentacle Smash open if I need it. Again, if they try to attack us again to activate the Radiant Guardian, I'm not going to care. This is something that... Okay, so they don't have Radiant Guardian anymore, so we can just go ahead and slam down Voices. I keep calling it Voices. It's Seas of Voice. The Seas Voice. So this is pretty good. Voidling, sure. Okay, so Kai'Sa is going to be leveled, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now she's still 1 off, which is pretty funny. So here we can actually level our... I think we're actually level Illaoi, but then we don't get the Tentacle Slam. So let's go ahead and just swing. If we do this... Yeah, so this is pretty good. I like Bard. I think we're going to go ahead and attack like this, so that way they don't have time to put down the Kai'Sa. Okay, so this could open up a Radiant Guardian for them, and we'll probably just have to Tentacle Slam it and hope that it's enough. This will level our... Oh, no, it won't level our Illaoi. The Tentacle Slam will level Illaoi, though, so that's fine. And we can just go, like, Tentacle Slam into Bard. Our Bard will be leveled here after we Tentacle Slam. We're big chillin'. Yeah, Illaoi levels Bard so quickly off of the growth. He usually gets, like, +4 attack. That levels Bard, thanks to the recent buff that Bard got. For some reason, Bard got a buff. Yeah, if we wanted to, we could level Illaoi this turn, like on this attack with Eye of Nagakaboros. But I think it'd be better to hold open the Tentacle Smash. I call it Tentacle Slam. I think it'd be better to hold open the Tentacle Slam for the so they can't slam Kai'Sa this turn. So let's see. The Sharp Sight kills our Illaoi. Oh, great. We have Bug Abuser. Bug Abuser is Bug Abuse, I guess. Not really much we can do about it. Just sad to see. Just sad to see. Bug Abuser is Bug Abuse. So is this Kai'Sa? Nope, it's not Kai'Sa. So we can go ahead and just play Bard. Because if they play Kai'Sa, we're Tentacle Smashing, and then it levels our Bard. So now they have Kai'Sa and Deny, which is pretty annoying. Our Bard's leveled, which is pretty pog. So if they have Kai'Sa and Deny, we're sad. Yeah, that... Not Kai'Sa is really big. We can go ahead and just do like this, I think. So what could you have here? You're 5 off. So I'm down to just like do this, I think. Dang, we're hoping to draw a Chime there. But we can Eye of Nagakaboros, burst speed, make the tentacle bigger, and then it actually just like kills their Sivir unless they have Concerted Strike. I mean, I'm down to just like spawn 4, right? Or probably not. We can probably do Watchful Idol. Alright, I think I'm down to go ahead and just Answered Prayer here for a lot. Give us a really big Overwhelm guy for Voices. I don't think they're going to attack into us at this point. They were respecting the Eye. Like, they didn't want to lose Sivir to Eye, so now they're definitely not going to attack into us. Drawing Chimes here would be really nice. Double Eye of Nagakaboros is really fucking nuts. So we could do full swing here. We can even swing with this 2-2, even though it's not great. Because, oh, they could. I guess they could have Quicksand. Okay, they're just going to concede. I was going to say, even attacking with a 2-2 is fine, because we're about to draw 4 cards. And if we get Chimes on any of those 4 cards, we're big fucking chillin', right? So if a Chime hits that thing at all, then it just immediately trades into everything in their board. So there you go. Follow the deck guide again for Mulligan guide. Follow the deck guide for the tips. Oh, I guess I should read how to play. So game plan is your units outgrow theirs really quickly. If you can kill Kai'Sa on 5, you win, which we could have. If Kai'Sa isn't leveled and you can kill... if Kai'Sa isn't leveled, you kill her with Riptide Sermon. If she is leveled, you kill her with Tentacle Smash, which we could have done. And then you try to keep their board small, so that way your big units eventually just run by them, which is what we did. We traded our units down pretty heavily early on, so that way they only had a couple units. So they only had a couple of units to block with later on, to the point where even if they had Quicksand, they were still facing a shit ton of damage. Like, even if they Quicksanded there to remove the Overwhelm, they were still facing, like, they still had to block everything. Because we were about to draw 4 cards, get a bunch of chimes, make our units really big, and it was going to be really, really crazy. So, yeah, let's get into another game. Alright, Shen Jarvan. Okay, Shen Jarvan. So Shen Jarvan isn't on the deck guide because it's not a very popular deck. So what are we going to do? We're going to go ahead, look at the deck guide, pull up a similar deck like it tells you to, and figure out how to beat it. So first we're going to look at generalized mid-range. Like, okay, what decks do you want to mulligan for? Tentacle Smash, Hired Gun, Riptide Sermon if you already have 2 other cards. Okay, and then we're going to go down to Kai'Sa for the game plan and figure out how to play it. So Kai'Sa game plan basically says your units outgrow theirs easily and quickly. That's true against any mid-range deck because Bard just does that. And then it says try to keep their board small, so your huge units usually kill them because they don't have enough blockers. All that's true. You just skip the part where it talks about specifically Kai'Sa and your big chill. And usually you can replace Kai'Sa with any champion. So, you know, it's like if you can kill their champion on 5, you're probably winning. We're going to keep both of these because that's what the deck guide says. We're going to keep all 3 of these because that's what the deck guide says. You know, you want to keep C's Voice because it's very popular. And boom, we have Bird, C's Voice. Like, this hand is absolutely nuts. We have Riptide Sermon to go ahead and beat the big champion mid-game. Riptide Sermon goes really well into Jarvan's 4 HP. It doesn't go as well into Shen because Shen has 5 HP and Barrier. But it kills, like, the 0-3 Challenger, kills the 2-4 Challenger. We're usually chilling here. So I got a Chime onto the 3-4. They have Young Witch. That's fine. We're just going to go ahead and do this. Give this vulnerable so we can kill it next turn. We can pull it in with our C's Voice. We can even pull it in with... the 3-4 if we're like really scared they have Sharp Sight or something. So let's go ahead and play C's Voice here. If they give it Barrier, I probably don't care. So here they're representing Sharp Sight. So we're going to go ahead and just pull it with the 3-4. They have to have exactly Twin Disciplines now in the trade here, which I don't think I'd be too upset with. So there's River Shaper. That's fine. We have Tentacle Smash to go ahead and kill the River Shaper here. We also have Tentacle Smash to kill the Young Witch, block the River Shaper here. All of that works. Let's see, it's Shen. So what we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead and kill River Shaper so they don't get a bunch of value. Because we don't get them to like get a bunch of value. They're already going to get some value here, but all in all, not too much we could do. They're going to give Shen Quick Attack, hit us for 5. Say okay. And then we're just going to play our Illaoi card. Our Illaoi card is going to be really big and should be able to trade into anything they do onto Illaoi. Yeah, let's go. So here, we're chilling. Our units are going to get big. I'm even down to attack with... Okay, so yeah, so I'm down to attack with even Hired Gun here, because if they block with the Shen, then the Shen now dies to Riptide Sermon, and we're big chilling. It trades into the Petricite Broadwing. This trades into Petricite, so I'm assuming this is a barrier of some sort. Oh, Sharp Sight? Sure. Okay, so your shit is living at 1 HP. I don't mind. You're at 4. So literally they die to double Riptide Sermon. So they have to forever hold open deny. This is going to be an open attack for the Jarvan. So they're going to open attack us here. Give this quick attack Jarvan. Riptide Sermon's going to go ahead and put them to 2. And then our second Riptide Sermon kills them. So open attack into Jarvan. Wow, who would have thought? We're just going to go ahead and kill this. Kill their everything. Our Illaoi levels off of this also. And we're kind of chilling. Yep, sounds good. We're going to Riptide Sermon this Jarvan. We're going to play Bird. We're just going to threaten an open attack for lethal. So they know the game's over. They can't do anything about it. There you go. Extremely textbook. Like, literally all we did... Like, our hand was really good, but all we did was follow the matchup guide. Like, we kept the cards we needed to. We mulliganed into the other cards. What did we say? We made them trade aggressively. Our units outgrew theirs. We used our Riptide Sermon and our Tentacle Smash to clear the board. We were able to kill their champion with the, like, Riptide Sermon. Like, it's literally just textbook. Like, literally just follow the deck guide and this deck guide will print you LP. Like, just follow the mulligan guide, follow the matchup guide. It's actually just like free LP. So that's gonna be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I think we got like 4 gameplays, like 4 or 5 games played for you guys. So again, like I said in the intro, let me know how you enjoy this format. Do you enjoy this format where I don't cover the actual deck itself in the video, instead I do it in a written form? And then that allows me to get you these, like 5+ games videos. Or do you want me to go back to my old format where I go into like really in depth on the deck and the mulligan guide, matchup guide, all that stuff in the video, but then I only have time for like 1 to 2 gameplay. I figured a lot of people don't like sitting there listening to somebody talk, which is what, like, just talking, which is what a lot of the explaining on the deck guide part is. It's literally just me sitting here staring at the screen, you staring at the screen, listening to me talk, where at least the gameplay, it's kind of interesting, it's visually interesting, it's visually engaging, and while I am still talking a lot and you could hear me and take in what I'm saying, you also get to like visually learn it and visually see what I'm doing and stuff that way, and I figure that also helps out probably more than just sitting there getting distracted. I know I have fucking bad ADHD. I can't pay attention worth a damn. So sitting here listening to somebody speak at me is not nearly as impactful for me actually watching a streamer play and watching, somebody do the thing that they're teaching me to do. So, but that's me personally. Let me know how you guys take it. Let me know what you guys like. Again, join the Discord, link down in the description if you want the written version of the deck guide, all that type of jazz. It's going to be in the Discord for free in the hashtag deck guide channel. So make sure to go grab that, get your free LP for the weekend, get your gauntlet win for the weekend. That's going to be it for this video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Where's the stop recording button?